So, hello, my name's Ramani, and I'm so pleased that we could share this together. So, today I wanted to just bring our consciousness to what is knowledge. So, a lot of my work as an artist and as a writer has come to a place where I'm questioning what is knowledge. So, I did a series of workshops, and in the workshops, we worked on if we have five senses, and these five senses are the thing that we take all the information in from, surely we should look at how those five senses work, because it all has to be filtered and translated through those five senses. So what happens when we, for example, see something? So when we see something, the image comes in, particles of information come in as a picture. We look around, we see pictures, we see scenes. And it goes into the eyes, it's reversed through the optics. And then at that point, nothing of the original is now in your consciousness. It goes and is translated and is delivered electrically into the brain. And then the brain takes that and creates its own interpretation of the information. So the question is, are we actually seeing what is happening out there? Or are we creating from whatever that information is outside into these images? And the reason that we can all agree on it, so I can show you an orange and you say, well, that's an orange. We can show it to people of other languages. They just have a different word for it, but it's an orange. And the reason we can do that is because our brains have been created and have evolved to be able to interpret it in the same way. So one of the things as an artist was, well, what is the core of knowledge? So I thought, well, let's go back and go back and go back. Go back, and then what I was really, since childhood, very intrigued with was cave paintings that are 18,000 years old, 20, and now they're going back 40,000 years. So I did a series of paintings that seemed to just come out, and I came to an understanding that the people that were doing the paintings had a relationship with what they were perceiving. It wasn't something outside of them. It was as if they had this relationship, and that if these objects appeared in their dreams, it wasn't separate from them. It wasn't out there. And it was like, and still we have people in different tribal areas that still believe that you communicate with the spirit of the animal, and that there are guardians, and that in the shamanic tradition, which this whole series was about, is that you actually were in the connection with all these different principles that appear to be outside of us, but in a way they are inside of us. So then the question is, what is knowledge? And so I've come to the conclusion that the only real knowledge I have is me asking the question, what is knowledge? Because all the things that appear into my consciousness, I believe I've created and interpreted in my mind. So one of the paintings I wanted to show you, so I'm going to bring it over so you can see it. And I think a lot of people thought this was scary. I found in one of my searchings these images, and they just became so interesting. And I thought, man, what are these? What is this artist seeing, or these artists? What are they seeing? We're going back nearly 30,000 years. What did they experience? Are they experiencing? And this is going on inside. Did they see it? Did they dream it? There's even stories about that they had taken some psychedelic, that there was a psychedelic maybe involvement where they ate mushrooms. We don't know. But the thing that's fascinating is, what was their understanding of what you were experiencing, and can we call it knowledge? So we're going to end with just the question, that I'm asking you is to go in and just contemplate a little bit about what is it knowledge actually is, and do we have a foundation to actually say we're experiencing things that are real. So I want you to thank you for visiting, and I hope to see you next time.